Hi ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another one of my videos. I hope you guys are all taking care of yourselves and doing great in whichever part of the world you're at. And so in this video I'll be discussing destiny helpers, okay? And but there's a side note here, okay? I just wanted to mention that even if it is a destiny swapper, right? A destiny swapper is someone that wants to change destinies with you. They want to take your gifts, basically. They want to have your energy, right? It's someone like a narcissist usually. They come into your life and they want to wear your skin and they want to be you, basically, right? So they will often, start dressing like you, acting like you, and just taking on your persona and your everything, basically, right? They will want to like merge with you in every way, okay? And just completely siphon your energy, right, for themselves in order to create the best life that they can for themselves, okay? And so that's called destiny swapping, right? And so, but luckily they're also destiny helpers, okay? And destiny helpers are all about helping you on your journey, right? And they're going to support you, right? And they're going to help you in any way that they can and in any way that they're meant to, okay? And so people like this are true earth angels, and even earth angels, right, sometimes need earth angels. Okay, it's kind of like even cheerleaders need cheerleaders sometimes, right? None of us are like, I don't know, none of us are indestructible terminators, right, that can just do everything solo all the time, right? And so sometimes life gets to you, sometimes things happen, sometimes and a lot of times these things happen also because of the decisions that you made, so I will take accountability for that. I've been in situations where I've had destiny helpers, okay, come in and help me. And it was ultimately because of me, okay, because of my decisions, my stupid decisions, might it say, right? Or bad decisions that didn't serve me, okay? And decisions that I made very quickly and without too much thought, And so, but guess what? Even in those moments, God has got your back. You will always get, especially as a chosen one. A chosen one is someone that at this time has made a conscious decision to work for the light, to work for good, for the greater good, right? And to ultimately serve God. And that means you are in alignment with who you are, and anything that doesn't serve you, anything that isn't the truth, will go. It will not last, okay? It has to go, it has to leave, okay? So yeah, because God at the end of the day is the truth. God is the truth. God is love. God is peace. God is everything that most of us, I think, at the end of the day strive for, okay, and really, really crave, okay? Ultimately, I think we all crave to go back to source and to be in unison with source, right? And so that is why, but having said that, okay, let's just go back to destiny helpers, okay? In many instances, the chosen ones or earth angels, right, they when they were still operating in their unconscious state, right, and their awareness wasn't as expanded, wasn't as big, right, they were very limited in terms of their thinking and their actions, okay? And so, believe it or not, many of us at some point or another, because we have this naturally big influence over others, right, we've made also some bad decisions in the past, and we also we weren't the best influences in the beginning of our life. Okay, and so we've also led others astray too. Okay, believe it or not, right? And so yes, many of us at this time are, and especially after being reborn, right? Um, many of us, and at this time, and especially after being reborn, we're no longer the same people. And like I said, the after spiritual awakening, nothing is the same, and you're just constantly growing. And in a sense, you're always spiritual awakening is not a destination. It's still it's a journey, okay? And so you're still waking up, and you're still your awareness is always expanding, okay? And you're always learning new things. You're always seeing things from a different perspective, okay? And so yeah, there's that, right? And so but like I said, at one point you were just as lost as everyone else, and you did not see things from the same perspective, and your awareness wasn't as great. Your awareness was very much limited still, and because of that, you at one point you were probably a bad influence on others. Okay, I know that I was at some point, and I'm kind of like a little bit embarrassed of it now that I think about it. Right, I am embarrassed, right? But at the same time, I realized that you know, we all make mistakes. We're all imperfect, right? And we've all been led astray, and especially in the beginning of life, right? And our traumas, our past, because everyone else was deceived too. They also naturally, like a chain reaction, deceived us, and we were programmed and brainwashed, and perhaps we were in bad families, right? We weren't with our soul tribe, okay? And guys, just because you're in a family, okay, or another family, doesn't mean that you guys are soulmates with your family, okay, or you have the same souls. No, it doesn't work like this. That's why they call it the black sheep, right? Yeah, cat hair. Anyways, but that's why they call it the black sheep of the family, because you're so different. Your soul is different. You're not like your family. So just because a family is biological, right? You guys share the same DNA, okay? Physically speaking, it doesn't mean that spiritually speaking you're the same. More often than not, you're not gonna have the same soul in the same family unit. That's why there are many black sheeps, okay? And they have a completely different destiny. They're made from a different cloth, right? God has chosen them and made them different, okay? That's why they're not going to fit in with their family, unfortunately, and they're going to be, and yeah, and that's just the way that it is, right? And so, but back to destiny helpers again, right? Destiny helpers are, in most cases, okay, God is fair, right? And so when He does bring you a destiny helper into your life, you're also going to help them, okay? Because you are a God's child, and so you're ultimately here to help too, okay? And I know a lot of us think that we all only have to I know a lot of people just value the financial, right? In this world, in this physical reality, right? In the 3D. But it doesn't work like this, okay, guys? Once again, more often than not, the emotional side of things is often overlooked. That's why, for example, a lot of women, they don't get the credit that they deserve, okay? Because they do a lot of the emotional work. They do a lot of they're like the glue of the relationship, so in many senses, right? And so there's that, right? And also men, they've been kind of taught to rely, or they've been forced in a sense because of the conditioning, right, of our society, uh, you know, in the stereotypes, right? And a lot of men were forced to rely emotionally on females, okay? And because of that, of course, a lot of resentment has been built, and men kind of have given their power away. And so there's this resentment sometimes towards females because of that too, okay? Because they know that they emotionally rely on females, okay? A lot of them don't have too many friends, right? And so that alone kind of, when you are forced to depend on another person for everything, right? You almost automatically resent them for it, because at the end of the day, we want to be free. You know, we don't want to be reliant on anyone for really anything, unless it's like, you know, like voluntary, you know. And unless someone is just helping, like, you know, like I said, the healthy dynamic is good, right? But when we're forced to depend on everyone for everything, right? Be it financially, be it, you know, I don't know, physically, emotionally, right? Then we resent it. We're automatically going to resent it, even if that person seems to be helping us, okay? That's just the way that, you know, human nature works. And so, and so destiny helpers, they're never going to be used by an earth angel, okay? They're always going to be helped too, okay? But in this book, right, well, the reason why I have this book is because it's a child's book, okay? It's a child's book, and in that book, some of them I really don't like because they're very old-fashioned. They teach just completely wrong things, you know? So I always pay attention to what I'm reading to my kiddo, you know? But this book is in Russian and in English, okay? So it has like two languages. By the way, I'm failing miserably in terms of teaching my child Russian. I don't know why he just doesn't want to speak it. He's like, I've been teaching him Russian ever since he was born, right? So we've been like talking in different languages every other day. I've been switching it up, right? Still no luck. Like, it's really crazy. I don't know. Maybe he will start learning it later on. But I'm still trying, you know, because I want to teach him both languages, you know, it's important to me. So yeah, but anyways, back to the story, right? And this story, right, I'll make it kind of short and sweet. This guy, right, he wants to save a princess, right? And so on his way to save her, right, he meets meets a minx, right? And so he helps this minx. He saves her children, right? And so in exchange, she says, what would you like to, I would like to repay you. How can I repay you? And so he says, can you help me climb the mountain? Because I need to climb I need to climb the castle. The castle is very, like, it's like a glass castle, basically. It's very hard to just use your horse in order to get up there, right? And so he can't do that. He needs to climb, right? And so she gives him her nails, okay? And so this is what I mean by destiny helpers, okay? In this book, she was his destiny helper, right? Without her, he wouldn't have made it to save the princess, okay? So yes, without destiny helpers, without other people, right? We're never going to be able to really to help others like he helped the princess, right? We're never really going to be able to do God's work, okay? So destiny helpers are really, really important, and they play crucial parts in our lives, okay? And so, sometimes they're very much needed, and it's not really our fault, right? But sometimes it is our fault, okay? But guys, what I noticed is that when I helped others in the past, okay, they always helped me too, and in a big way. They ended up like saving me, literally, you know. And so there's that, right? And so destiny helpers, like I said, they're really important on your journey. And destiny swappers are important too, guys, okay? So ultimately, everything, destiny helpers and destiny swappers, they end up working for your greatest good, okay? So destiny swappers usually teach you to they're so out of balance, and they have control issues, right? And they are so dominant that you want to get back into this balance naturally, right? Once again, it is human nature, right? To rebel against. It's the spirit in us that wants to rebel against everything that is too much, right? So even in the world today, right? A lot of what's happening, right? Or during COVID, a lot of what happened was the authorities overstepped their power, okay? They completely suppressed a lot of us, right? And so that's why you started seeing all these protests, right? And people just retaliating, right? And just pushing back, right? Because a balance needs to be restored. And when you start acting like a tyrant, right, which narcissists often do, and on the grander scale of things, you will always, a rebellion will always follow, okay? It's just the human spirit, it's human nature, it's within us to want freedom, okay? And there's nothing that they can do about it in order to squish that, from any of us. And so, yeah. And so that's why, even they are helping us, okay, in our journey, okay? This is why even something like that, when you give your power away completely, right? You need a reminder of that too, right? To get back to yourself, to ultimately find yourself, find your identity, right? And so something major has to happen to show you your way back, be it a negative or a positive experience, okay? And yes, more often than not, it's a negative experience, right? But it shows us, it helps us take our power back, okay? And it's very much needed. And so, yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. And stay tuned for more videos, okay? I love you guys so much. Please subscribe and like this video if you do, okay? And stay tuned for more videos.